In terms of engage later on in the game, you've got a Leona, you've got a Gwen who can survive through the early parts of the fight to allow Jinx to get that first kill and pop off. You have pick opportunities as Damwon Kia.
Is extremely strong. It's just whether it's going to be strong enough up against the behemoth that is T1's team fighting composition.
The Faker ended up taking that much damage is huge. Here's a binding.
Kellen presses W, and that's going to hard counter everything that they're trying to do. Now he's going to return the favor. Flash out from Gumayusi. Gets him out of the area as Canyon's going to turn up, and Gumayushi's only at 200 health. First blood goes to Carrier, though, as the stun doesn't land, but Canyon's still able to finish it off. Carrier is now running to no man's land and wants to guarantee that Canyon does not get the assist. It will be a solo kill for Dom there on the bottom side, so Damwon Kia walk away up here towards the top side of the map, I believe unseen, as Mega Nara is going to wear off really soon. Nara into the wall as Kellen gonna Hex Flash his way forward, and Zenith Blade will connect as well. Bertel has some needlework, and Zeus is going to be taken down. That roam was just amazing from the support of Damwon Kia.
Right, the first, of course, is we're not done yet. Owner's going to hide. I'll hold my thought on this.
Yeah, Kellen going to get slowed down here for a moment. Light Binding does connect as the Zap does not. Gumayusi's still trying to find peacemakers here as we've got the re-engage. Flash comes through because the back had already happened. Super Mega Death Rocket, and Dom says goodbye to Gumayusi, and Damwon Kia's bottom lane. This is not where I thought they were going to be smashing him, not going to lie, but it's going real well right now. Yeah, so Flame Trumpers are there.
At the end of the day, I think this is a big win for T1 because, yes,
huge.
Damwon Kia do get the Rift Herald, but all the plates that you could ask for going to the Caitlyn, who died first in this lane. It was a losing lane in terms of the 2v2. Kellen.
All right, Kellen's going in. Not sure why, as he's going to get taken down very quickly. Canyon's going to turn up, but Faker, he's waiting in the wings. Damwon Kia going to have to win this 2 versus 3 and fast if they want to get this one done, as Gumayusi's in trouble. One last auto, gets excited. Carrier also going to get slowed down, can't dodge the Zap. Heartbreaker comes in, and it's heartbreaking indeed. Faker now down to about half health. Oh no, mistimed it. And Faker will survive. Picks up the kill here onto a Lux, but it was Canyon. And Showmaker now trying to get a little bit more victory on the board. But Faker's going to respect it and moves his way out.
Barely survived.
I like how as it cut the video, Canyon's still amazing, don't worry. Kellen's here again! Gumayusi going to get stunned up by the Solar Flare as well, as Canyon's down to 50%. But Gumayusi's on the run. He does put down the Cupcake, sidestepped by Canyon there. The Caitlyn's real dead. Can they get anything else though, or can there be revenge? As Owner comes through and says yes. Manages to take down the Viego, and now Dom and Kellen on the run. Showmaker here to play defense, but Faker's turned up as well. Everyone answering. It's a 1-for-1 in the end.
It's do or die time here, Damwon Kia. You can't just sit back and wait for this to crash, or T1 are going to have too much control. They're playing it so carefully, so slowly around Bertel.
Yeah, and you can see Gumayusi down to 50% health. Canyon tries to slip into the mist, but doesn't really do too much. As Damwon Kia pushed back, but Shirley's dealt with. Carrier slowed down by the Zap, as the charm misses. The Light Binding does not, though. Carrier, nice outplay.
Look at Faker just burn these health bars down again. Canyon already at half health. He's just sitting back at the end, almost like he's the AP carry, you know, and he's just eventually going to whittle down those bars. Showmaker as well has no power in this fight anymore. They have to leave.
How many times have Damwon Kia been spectators so far? It's been the last 2 neutral fights.
Faker!
And Faker is just going to pick up the Jinx. Oh no, it's a disaster for Damwon Kia. Both of their carries ripped from the Rift as Showmaker is taken down by Zeus. Look at this Baron Pit. This is 100% owned by T1.
Yeah, their name is on it, right? Like, they have exclusive rights. So,
yeah. You might think that sign at the back says, right, no, it says T1. And this says Showmaker might be dead. He does manage to get the Everfrost down, and Faker's going to take a lot of damage. Super Mega Death Rocket comes through. Oh, but the Ace in the Hole is going to secure it. Canyon trying to lock down Faker, but no, he just walks away. Not even close, baby, as Zeus walking up towards his team, and he's like, well, I guess you guys don't need me. I'm going to teleport in anyway, as 5 of us will take down the Baron. And T1, they equal out the kills. They claim themselves a 3,000 gold lead, and I have a feeling this game might belong to them.
Bertel is looking for Faker here, but if he goes too deep, he's going to lose out. Faker can sit so far away to do his damage.
Yeah,
look at the root.
The Light Binding is so good from Carrier. Kellen taking a lot of damage here, as well as Faker just tidies up the Jinx. That is going to be the ace. It was very close to not being it because Showmaker just respawned, but T1, all 5 members alive, will take this Baron. That team fighting was just unbelievable. Well, Zeus might be in a little bit of trouble here, as he's going to flash, only slowed by the Zenith Blade, and he does manage to hit that Mega Null. Wallop's fantastic. They take down the Viego, and I think it's good night to this game. Zeus will fall, but they've managed to go 1-for-1 in what looked like a guaranteed death. at that point in time. However, Damwon Kia, they limp away. They only lose one, and they trade for the top laner, as T1 may have had them routed, because if we have a look, Damwon Kia's base is on the other side.
Duck Dom.
Yeah.
Hit that chomp at least.
Well, Kellen is just going to try and go for some sort of engage. Owner is just right there on the front line, though, and he's super tanky. Bertle's going to try and fight him, but that's not even going to work. Showmaker greeds for it, but he'll be taken down. It's a triple kill as Gumayusi gets his revenge, and he's a big old airplane. 7-4-7 right now after being... Carrier standing in the way so that all the Foxfires and the damage is not going to hit. Oh, it's real clean. Carrier also sidestepping that one. Not able to get through the charm, though, as that is another light binding that does connect from the grave, as Faker does have his ulti still available, but isn't going to find too much with it, as we could see. Kellen still going to die, and Canyon also got wiped from the Rift. And one of the reasons why I didn't think we saw too much from that ultimate is because Canyon died too fast.
Yeah.
Gumayusi here on the top side of the map will push in this inner turret. 17-10 is the kill score here. It's another absolute bloodbath from T1. I don't know what they've done here, but like they have just upped the tempo of these games by so much. The telecom war, it was like 1 billion kills. And Damwon Kia, can they actually go for the flip? Is this actually going to be that 50? Oh my god, it's going down so extraordinarily fast. Azir with Leandros is ridiculous against this Baron, as Canyon has been spotted. Zeus in his Mega Gnar is going to try and stop him. Is it secured by Owner comfortably? Canyon now has absolutely nowhere to go, and it's another victim for Gumayusi's bullets. He flashes forward, locks down the double kill onto the Jinx, make that a triple, and Showmaker trying to get something on the backside, realizes he can only go forward because Gumayusi's coming, and he's got a very, very large gun, and that won't be the pentakill here for the Caitlyn. It'll be a full house. Caitlyn's full as in Zhao's as T1, they'll finish this game.
T1 with such a clean game of League of Legends around the macro game, getting those plates for Gumayusi, making sure he was still going to be relevant after being shut down time and time again. Kellen's start to this game was beautiful. The turns we saw, the punishes we saw, but it wasn't enough in the end, even with the advantages that Owner had. This pick-based composition couldn't get the kills, couldn't get the setup, and I think you put it best. Damwon Kia were spectators in this game to what T1 had planned and how they were going to set up on objectives.
Give it to Carrier.
I mean, everybody did so much this game. Like,
so
everybody.
You know how I said there wasn't going to be a mid-lux? There actually kind of was in that game. I love me some Cannon.
Cannon is so rare right now in the LCK, even though it's seeing play in other regions occasionally. It's just also a niche pick outside of the LCK. It's very uncommon to see this, but when you have the Jinx and the Victor, and you have this long range that could follow it up.
As far as getting around the map and getting work done, and then in the late game, there's not a lot of extra physical damage on T1's side, and Gumayusi won't have too much armor to get through. Checking out the win rate here, I believe the most recent Ezreal Karma match was a loss, so it was 5-0 before that. Certainly has been a lane that's been able to pick up a lot of control early, has been working out. And yeah, very interesting, the Akali versus Victor stats. I think a lot of that comes down to things that are happening elsewhere, as Gumayusi going to take a lot of damage here bottom lane. Stepped a little bit too far forward and is immediately punished.
Kellen has ruled this lane.
Move up in this lane. Carrier, speaking of lanes, is going to escape his and just wander over to the mid lane.
He's just going to come over here, put a little bit of extra pressure onto an already half-health Showmaker, who decided not to back, so just trying to make his choice to teleport home by that first item. And
ooh, that's the Abyssal Dive to come on through as Canyon's taking a lot of damage. He's going to flash out, but Carrier still wants more. The Ignite goes down. That's going to tick for first blood, and the Tahm Kench picks it up.
It's the roaming Tahm Kench. You know, you just never see it coming, and they're holding Showmaker
here.
They're
just going to look for another one. Okay, Carrier still going to dive on forward as into the Shroud goes Showmaker. But Chaos Storm partying underneath this turret right now.
They're going to get plate.
Yeah, might just go down, and yeah, Faker collects that money.
But they were able to force an Akali who's already struggling out of lane. Now we're looking for the Canyon rotation.
Yeah, that's a flash Abyssal Dive to try and get him out, but he's on the leash. Does have the Grey Health, is going to use it as Canyon looking to try and finish that one off, and he does so. They manage to pick up Carrier as Damwon Kia make it out.
And you're going to lose a turret here if no one else comes up, and unfortunately for Damwon Kia, the response is a little bit late.
Showmaker looking for the solo kill. There's the perfect execution. Faker flashes, throws down the Chaos Storm, and just says goodbye But that's definitely a great trade for Showmaker. Does keep his flash and is now able to exert the dominance. I believe he's got out of the difficult early game.
Yeah.
Here's Keria. Yeah, Keria's just going to voyage his way forward. And Showmaker thought there was a gentleman's agreement. There absolutely is not. This is a team game, sir.
Look at the wards, all to the left of the Rift Herald pit. They have, with that dive top side, which was canceled, of course, by Birdall backing away, it's not like he can abuse the fact that Zeus just ulted, right? He's just now got it back and is close to getting his teleporters. There was a marauding potential duo there. There it is, shown just briefly.
Yeah, and Faker's going to look for it. There's the kick flash, and Faker felt like he was in relatively safe distance, and I did too, but it's not. Showmaker's going to finish that off with the perfect execution. This time it's going to work out, and bring your friends. His area is not his target.
The power of Cannon existing here means it's so difficult for Damwon to actually fight and engage because they have to be wary of his angle, and here he is!
Yeah, here he goes! Zeus is going to lock down the squishy Karma. And Damwon Kia could do nothing about it. He throws down an Ignite, but that is all he really gets to do is, okay, some snips coming down as well as Canyon immediately is going to get ignited. The zap comes through, finishes off the kill. Gumayusi gets excited, and now Keria is trying to run this one down as well. Birdall going down extraordinarily low, and he will be taken out. It's Owner that collects that kill, and Damwon Kia
went past the mid turret into red side jungle to try to find a force engage. This could be big.
Strong. Well, that's a lot of damage.
She doesn't yield afterwards.
Okay, is this time for Showmaker the hero? Well, he's going to look for it, but it's going to be the Baron going down. Doc Dom wanting to find that flank as in goes Showmaker immediately does.
This happens so much with these engages into the Jinzhou. He's so valuable as Crescent Guard just sends
Doc Dom's turn. Let's just take it in turns. There's T1 still. Here, setting up for the Drake, still feeling strong enough, and can't really blame him. 7,000 gold is their lead. They can smack him with their wallets. That's going to be the steal from Canyon, though. Gets the kick back onto Owner as well, and they just want to get out. Keria is going to fall. Has he kept them in position for long enough is the question. The answer is T1 don't care. They're just getting out. As Showmaker, can he find the flank? There's the 5-point strike. He backflips through. Gets into the Shroud as well and manages to eliminate Gumayusi before he dies.
So going to be a lot of gold going over to the Akali, and they do secure this Drake. So tying it up 2-2, which is really important because their side laning is better. They have the Akali that could side lane very well. They have the Gwen that could side lane, so they could 1-3-1 this, use the Ezreal to push lanes. They're going to grab a little bit more objective bounty here with this turret, too, if they can actually secure it. Canyon's waiting for the opportunity. Too much respect here, though, from T1, and they will get the bounty.
Well, Canyon could be in trouble. There's the dash cannon. Q going to connect there onto Owner as Showmaker. Let's see whether he can get himself out of this scenario. Does have the Twilight Shroud as now Owner decides he doesn't want to fight this one. Not enough members of T1 in the area. Gumayusi is going to turn up as the Flame Chompers go down. Showmaker immediately goes gold, but Gumayusi is still free hitting. Doc Dom taking so much, but does manage to get rid of the Jinx. And now Owner pops his stopwatch as well. As Birdall's chasing after him, he's going to snip through the Zinzao. Faker has to flash, but Birdall does manage to get over that wall as well. Zeus, can you get the stuns down? Birdall, can you kill Faker? And the answer is yes in the end.
And this should be a Baron. Damwon Kia have completely turned this game around now. It took one false move from T1, taking that Drake fight without their ultimates, then pushing together and overextending on the top side of the map. And suddenly, all of that lead that T1 had, all the tempo, all the map control.
And here we are, all of T1 grouped up. Faker spots Canyon on the flank, and immediately he gets the heck out of there. That's going to be the kickback, and there are multiple flashes all over, but Canyon's is used defensively. And now that is absolutely huge for T1.
They should be able to just rush over here. If Damwon can actually get onto this Elder first, they had so much power, but they're not able to do so. They didn't know where Zeus was, which is the scariest thing, right? Okay, we were able to see T1 push for the Canyon pick, but not able
Cannon's really doing some big damage right now with that death cap now completed. He is very scary. You saw Birdall there towards the south of your screen. He's taken a lot, but now this is looking like it's going to be a flip. Let's see whether Zeus can actually get that flash in there as Showmaker comes down. It is going to be the Elder taken by Canyon. His smite hand so strong as in towards this backline they go. Gumayusi starting to pop off, and it doesn't matter whether you've got an Elder, if you've got the rocket launcher that this Jinx has. Birdall is going to go into his stasis, but he's still going to die. And Damwon Kia, they get the Elder Drake, but they lose out on the fight.
And Damwon Kia will have, a little bit of time here and some breathing room. And T1 should not be able to end because it's not a decisive team fight win here.
They can break the base, they can possibly get to the Baron as well, though.
Yeah, they should be able to break this inhibitor, and they want to get the inhibitor on the opposite side of where the Baron is, so it can pull Damwon Kia away from that Baron take. But with the respawns coming through here, I don't know if they'll be able to get more than that, but Gumushi is certainly looking for it.
Yeah, True Shot Barrage not going to find Carrier, and it looks like T1 are done with this game. Maybe they just want to try and end. They have so much turret damage with Faker and Gumushi here, especially with this Lich Bane build as Faker. Oh my god, so incredibly close.
Got to be so careful here as T1 pushing the issue here. You have opposite side to Baron, inhibitor down, so just back off, respawn, let those super minions do the hard work here for you. As they saw blood in the water, and if they get a kill there, if they get a pick, they can end the game. But the risk is so high, especially when the enemy team still has Elder. Now, Damwon Kia.
That's a lot of teleporting, but this is T1 waiting for this minion wave to potentially come on through. Trading Baron for Nexus. It's a mistake some teams have made in the past.
You're willing to make this risk, or take this risk as T1 because you're up 1-0 in this series too.
They're thinking of going for a flip for it as now Bertel will try and get out, and the fact that he does escape successfully is huge. But now Ona trying to stop these backs. The Baron has been stopped. Ona's trying to get over there. Doctom immediately kills him as now Bertel. Can he actually stop this? Nexus turret number 1 goes down. Showmaker loses his entire health bar before he manages to go into his Zhonya's and then is going to be taken down. Now the Nexus is back. Gumushi flashes, gets himself out of the way, and T1 secure the 2-0. Oh man, they made us sweat for it. Oh, well, as you can see, there was a bit of a hiccup that happened in that particular game.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason for the POG interview translation, joined by T1's bot duo, Kyria and Gumayusi. Congratulations on the 2-0 victory. And T1 is now 11-0. How do you feel, Kyria? I'm happy that we were able to extend our winning streak, and also happy that we repeated our victory against Damwon Kia. And with this victory, Guma, T1 locked in their spot in the playoffs as well. First off, I'm happy that we beat Damwon Kia back-to-back, and also I'm happy about the winning streak, and also we are now heading into the playoffs quite early, so I hope we can continue this form until the playoffs. Let's get back to game number 1, Kyria. T1 bot played Caitlyn and Lux. However, it was Damwon Kia actually having the pressure down on the bottom lane. Still, T1 insisted to play around bot. So how did you kind of plan in order to come back after those early losses? I mean, even if we died a couple of times, we still have Prio on the bottom side. So we just wanted to keep pushing forward. Even though we were falling a little bit, we wanted to keep going hard. And speaking of game number 1, I think the bindings from Lux was the most significant plays coming from T1 to secure the victory. So Lux is one of my main picks on solo queue as well. So any tips on using that champion? I think I got lucky today, to be honest. I don't know why. I was just lucky. And after game number 1 in the player comms, Kira, you actually said you got scared, so you couldn't get the level 2 prio. So could you kind of walk us through that early lane fights? When you play Caitlyn and Lux into Jinx Leona, actually Jinx and Leona have the prio, but we have never played that matchup, to be honest. And because I have watched a lot of teams actually getting kills on Jinx and Leona combo, I was a little bit afraid of that, so we were not able to get level 2 prio. Let's move on to game number 2. T1 was actually behind about 8k gold, but you guys managed to make a huge comeback. We're confident. How much confident were you to turn the game around? We did lose a couple of team fights in that game, so we were like, yeah, this could be a little bit risky, but we still trusted in our comp. We believed that our comp had bigger value in the late game, so we still believed that we could turn the game around. And that sneaky Baron from Xin and Jinx was so on point, and Damwon Kia had no clue at all. Whose call was that? our cutie pie Kyria's call. That was his shot call, and also the rest of the teammates were following his order, so we were able to secure that Baron. Kyria, tell us about that decision. Looking at the minimap, I kind of realized that the Tamakia only had one vision, one ward or one control ward, and then Gwen was also, moving away from Baron when we were clearing the vision. So I just found the perfect angle or the opening, but I don't exactly remember. But I guess that was a good call for sure. However, in Game 2, Canyon stole the Elder away from T1, but still T1 wanted to take fights there. How are you guys able to, stay so strong and confident? In that Elder team fight, I believed in my own mechanics, and also Faker's Victor, he also had Rabadon stats cap, so he said, I'm gonna kill them all for you guys, so I trusted him as well. And we had a very smart decision from T1 to close out the game. Let's take a look at the replay together. Could you guys break it down for us? So after that Elder, we wanted to push on the bottom lane. So we already got their inhibitor. And then after the respawn, we could tell that Tamakia will go for the Baron. So Kyria said, let's just hide here and then backdoor towards the bot lane. So we were all like, yeah, that sounds great. So we decided to push the bottom lane, and we were able to backdoor the enemy nexus. I guess, Kyria, your shot calls are being very decisive inside of T1. Thank you so much, first off. I'm pretty sure that everyone performed up to their best level. But who do you think is the T1's MVP today? Who deserves the belt? Outside of me, maybe Faker. He was doing a great job holding on the mid lane, especially in game number 1. And he was doing a great job in game 1 as well, so that we were able to come back. And also top, jungle, mid, everyone. Everyone deserves the MVP belt. What about you, Guma? If I can vote for multiple people, I want to vote for all 4 players. What if you can't? Then Kyria, for sure. Obviously. What about you, Kyria? You only have to pick one. Okay, first off, thank you. And then I want to say thank you to Faker. That was what I meant. Now T1 is on the next challenge to hit 12 wins in a row, and your opponent will be Hana Life Esports. I hope we can continue this form in order to keep our winning streak, and I hope we can, perform well throughout the second round robin and win all the remaining matches in round 2 as well. I think T1 has a lot of strength, and the biggest one is that all 5 players trust each other and play as one. Team as one is T1. So I hope we can, trust each other till the end of the split and continue this winning streak. And this is the end of the interview from Guma UC Kyria, and back to the analyst Carpet Space. Thank you.